All right, today we're going to plaster the interior of our pool. As you can see, we've chopped out all the holes and we put the bonding agent on, and we already have our tile on, which is usually a little tricky. Usually you want to do that last, but you can see it's ready to go and they should be here any moment, and we're going to do that today. We're going to show you how to do it. So we've done a lot of work on the pool already. We sandblasted it or pressure washed it, and we put the tile on, and we also put the bonding agent on. That's that dark color in there. And you can see the guys are wetting that down because that's got to be a little bit wet before we start. And those two giant barrels right there, what we're going to be doing is that's where we're going to be mixing up our gemstone or our diamond bright or, you know, your quartz plaster. And if you look at the top of the screen, you're going to see there's a whole bunch of bags of material that we're going to be using. And so this is sped up about 2,000 times. And you can see now he's getting all the walls really wet. You can see in the middle, we've got a big mixer. It's like we're making dough. You can see he's got a big drill with a giant mixer on it. And the guys are now starting to apply the material onto the walls of the pool. And we started out with about 8 or 9 guys. There's going to be, I mean, you can see there's going to be a lot of this material spread out. If you look on the stairs, you're going to see he is basically going to be pouring buckets of it on the stairs. And then he's going to smooth it out with his trowel. And that's, you know, and you're going to, and as you can see, they're covering up all of the tile with this material. It looks kind of like, you know, thin set, but it's not. It's a quartz, gemstone, or diamond bright type material for pool surfaces. So the pool surface is going to be raised up about, I would say, about a ½ an inch of material is going to be put on all of this surface. It's pretty amazing how fast they do it. Now remember, this is 2,000 times sped up. So the speed that these guys are moving in the video is kind of comical. But you can see how they're using their trowels on the sides, trying to smooth it out. Once they've got all the material on, now they've got to spend the next like couple hours just smoothing this all out to get this super clean look, which we're going to have at the end, and you'll see. You'll notice towards the steps there's like 2 or 4 boards, and those things have these little itty bitty spikes on the bottom, so they're raised up off of the surface, and you can see them standing on it, and they only make like 4 little holes into the material, and they move those around as they're doing this and smoothing it out. The ones that are big they call boards, those ones right there that they're moving, and then the smaller ones they call spikes. They use those to move around on the pool surface, and as they do that, then they try to cover their tracks, which are 4 little holes in the surface. But this takes a long time for it to be properly, you know, smoothed out. I mean, just imagine if you're doing a plaster job and you're trying to get it to be nice and soft and smooth, and this is all white. So this is not like some of the other types of materials that you can hide the imperfections in. Any little imperfection you're going to see. So this is more attention to detail, and you know, these guys did this smoothing out process there. You just saw when he moves it, you can see those 4 little holes, and then he smooths it out. These guys did this over a period of, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours. So here you can see he's standing and kneeling on those boards, and he slowly moves them away, and as he moves them away, he's, you know, smoothing out that material. Right there, he's smoothing out his tracks. You see that? There he is. See how it turns nice and bright and smooth? The most difficult part of this process is actually the steps, because they have the bends on them and they also have the tile on top. And so that really took a lot of detail. We had one guy who's like the expert at it. He did those steps and they came out pretty good. And here you can see they're still going. You know, we're checking everything out, looking for spots that are screwed up. trying to fix all the blemishes. And it's tough because it's white, so it's hard to see them all. So you really got to get in there close and check them out. Now you notice the guy he had big giant sponges on his feet, and he was walking through there with sponges on his feet. Now it's getting harder, so they're walking out on their socks on the surface, but it takes a while, and we've got to let it completely dry. He's going through there and he's checking it, trying to get all the little pieces off. It takes, like I said, a lot of attention to detail. Lynette's looking at it going, what the heck's going on here? If you look around the pool, you're going to see muriatic acid. And this is the next step. Once it's dried, they have to pour this acid all over the surface of the pool and then immediately squirt it down. You see how it turns green? Now they're going to squirt it with a hose, and immediately, as soon as the water hits it, bam, it goes back to that nice white color. And then, of course, you got to pump all that out of there. And that's what he's doing next. So that is how you resurface a pool in 7 minutes. Sped up 2,000 times. Of course, we've got to do all the finishing things. We've got to put all the little fixtures on, put the drain caps back on, the lights in, and all that, and then basically clean up the deck. But that was our project today. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and check out my other awesome videos on how to do stuff. Peace out.